Back in the 70s, board games and improv theater had a baby, and it was called the role-playing game. These games allowed a generation of kids to live out their dreams of slaying dragons and saving kingdoms, all while sitting in their bedrooms and basements. Today, gaming has moved into the cultural mainstream, and role-playing games are back with a vengeance. Join us now as 5 of these former kids come out of the basement and onto the internet to experience adventure, mystery, and obscure pop culture references. It's time for Roll for Combat!
Hey everyone, welcome to Roll for Combat. I'm your GM and host, Stephen Glicker, and in this week's show, the boys finally meet the Devourer cult leader, Tahomen, and they find out what they're made of as they go up against a full-blown spellcaster. Find out if they live or die a horrible death. Also this week, I have part 2 of my series of what a GM and a PC should do before each role-playing session. Last week I covered what a GM should do, and this week I'm going to go through what a PC should do before a session. So I just came back from Gen Con, and I actually feel pretty good. Usually when I come back from Gen Con, sometimes I come back sick. You get what's called con crud, where you get some sickness because everyone there is coughing in your face and God knows what. Sometimes I come back just a lot of pain from carrying around a big backpack and doing miles and miles of walking. But I feel actually really good this year. I don't know why. I got to meet a whole bunch of people, a lot of fans, hung out with the Paizo people, got to play the specials, the 2 Pathfinder specials, and then the Starfinder special, even got to run a few fans of the show through some of the games, and a fun time was had by all. So obviously the biggest news this week was, well, Gen Con as well as the Pathfinder playtest. I'm sure you guys all saw the review we did and listened to the review we did. In addition, I have a lot more coming your way. Just off top of my head, let me see. We have so much. I have interviews from Paizo about Starfinder. I have interviews from Paizo about the Pathfinder playtest. That's really long. I'm going to probably have that up on the show as soon as possible. I have us actually playing the Pathfinder playtest, which I'm going to have up. I have us playing Starfinder Society with 2 people from Paizo. I got to put that up. Oh yeah, and then I have us playing Dead Sons. Oh, and by the way, we're also playing by post on the Roll for Combat Discord channel, Starfinder Society, as well as Pathfinder Playtest. So there is just a ton going on. I guess it was really quiet in July, and it's going to be really crazy in August. So what is the plan for the rest of the month? I'll be honest, I'm not exactly sure. I have so many things that I want to get up, but I have to edit everything. Just stay on the channel, stay on the website. Just watch us. I'm going to be putting up all these things I talked about. We actually have a long time. I mean, the Pathfinder playtest is going on for months. So we're just going to continuously throw up what we play. And we're going to be playing everything from the Pathfinder Playtest Society games to Doomsday Dawn to even a few other things. Again, I have all those interviews with the Paizo guys. And of course, there's the Starfinder Society game, which I'm not going to forget because I have a really, really great one in the can that I just got to edit and throw up on the site. Oh yeah, and we're near the end of Book 2 for Dead Sons, and Book 3 is starting, and I'm going to get some Paizo people for that as well. So we just got a million things going on, so just stay alert and watch the website and listen to the podcast, and you're just going to get bombarded with everything Starfinder and Pathfinder related. But with that, let's get into the show. It's an extra long special episode because it's nearly the end of Book 2, and you're going to find out what's going to happen. Here we go. Alright, last we left off, you guys managed to break into the temple. You killed everything that was left. You sort of set off some traps. You lived through an avalanche on the ceiling. You found every single room left in the temple. You found Dr. Solstarny, and you realized that the bad guy isn't there, that he went up the mountain to do something with all the communication gear that he brought with him, and he is now on top of the mountain doing something after he went into the temple, researched all the books that Dr. Solstarny now wants to check out, and you guys last left off that you wanted to go back up the staircase and then go across the roof, back down, and do something. I forgot exactly what you wanted to do, but we had to stop before you can go do that. So,
well, we were considering getting Wayless and bringing him around, but I think it was suggested to us that the elf outside is a bit more aggressive than he was before.
Bob Marquis is playing the human envoy, Rusty Carter.
Oh, you know what? You were right about that, though. I thought about it. It's been a little while since we did the elf. The elf probably might be okay because the elf, if I remember, was allowing you to sort of wander around outside as long as you didn't try to actually enter the temple.
Which,
so
of course, we would never, ever do.
Right.
We are decent people, and we keep our word.
The only reason you've been able to successfully get in is because you went all the way around to the very, very, very back. And you managed to sneak in by climbing up the walls and climbing. Basically, you Spider-Man'd in, which I don't think anyone expected, including the writer, because when I asked him about it at PaizoCon, he was like, huh. And he didn't think about that either, John Compton. Anyhow.
Huh. Well, what I was suggesting that we go outside, we retrieve Wayless, bring him around, and bring him in here to assist Dr. Solstarny in all of her research here, and it'll also keep Wayless safe when we go to where the princess is in another castle.
Right.
So, excellent. So I have put you all in the that little observatory at the top, and if you look on the map, you see where it's blue. That's where that is on the map. Just to give you an idea.
Right.
So that's about 120 feet up in the air. So if you guys want to, actually I'll just move you to where you are, and then you guys can show me what you're going to do as you move across the roof, and who's going to stay, if one person's going to go, like who's going to do what. Because things might happen.
Well, I need to know, did I get a 10-minute rest to get my stamina back?
John Statz is playing the Vesk soldier, Mo Dupinsky.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Then I think just us going down where Wayless was and him coming up to where we were. I mean, we can make some knotted rope to make the climbing checks a lot easier. Because I think that they were just going to go and we were just going to part ways.
Yeah, whatever you want. I'm just moving you up because last time you said that happens, and I said that doesn't just happen. There's things that might happen.
Okay. You know what? I'm going to take a healing
just tell
right
me
now.
what you're going to do.
I'm going to take a healing right now.
Okay, because, yeah, you're a little red.
Yeah, healing serum. I'm 6 points down. Let's see if we can get it back. And we get 6 points back. I'm liking this new paradigm of me not rolling ones and twos every time I heal.
The night is young.
Chris Beamer is playing the Lashunta operative, Hiroji.
Yes,
That's
it is.
amazing. Yeah, you actually healed 6. I don't think you've ever rolled a 6 in your healing.
Yeah.
You've rolled a
I think
1
I
and a 2
rolled well
and a
last
7.
time.
I don't think you've ever rolled an 8. That's the other one. That's the holy grail of healing is
Yeah.
the 8.
That'll be exciting.
That will be exciting.
When it happens on the 400th time we ever roll the dice.
Wow,
So what
this
do you
is
guys-
only like our 50th session. So who's doing what? So that's where you guys are.
So what do you guys think of that plan?
Good plan.
Climbing down a knotted rope. And
Possibly the same one we left through.
yeah,
Keep in mind, Tuttle almost fell off on the way up, but he's willing to try.
Jason McDonald is playing the Isoki mechanic, Tuttle Blacktail, and his drone, Cheddar.
well, this will be a knotted rope. I think you had. Did you have? I don't think we. I don't know. How do you fall from a knotted rope?
No, you used knotted rope. You did. You used a knotted rope last time because one of you climbed up. I think that was. I don't even remember. It's been so long.
Mo or Hiroji, one of the two.
Yeah, it was either Mo or Hiroji climbed up and then you put down the rope. But even with the rope, you had some trouble. And by the way, you look out and to the west, across the area that you climbed, looks a lot worse for wear after the explosion that took down the roof. It doesn't look nearly as stable as it was before.
All right, well, here's my thing. Can't we just tie a rope around Dr. Tuttle's waist and lower him down?
Well,
I get
yeah.
to be baggage now.
Yeah, we got.
Basically, we're going to put you in the baby basket and lower you down to safety.
Yeah, we.
Normally, I would find that
do
humiliating, but under the circumstances, I suppose I'll allow it.
Good.
you can. I'm just noting the rope is only, was it 50 feet? You
We
are
had two ropes. I
We had
thought.
2 ropes.
So you're 100 feet. Sorry, you had 100 feet plus knotted, so it's like I forgot how much you lose when you knotted. It's like 80 feet or something. You're 120 feet up in the air, and to get to the roof, go down to the roof and get to the side of the wall, that's another 70 feet. So you're on top of a very large cathedral. So you're gonna have to get down, go to the wall, then get yourselves down, which is fine. I just need kind of a game plan because you can't go to the east because that's a sheer cliff. You can't go to the south because that's a sheer cliff. You can't go to the north because the elf is there who wants to kill
Or
you.
can we? I've got a great idea.
Or you can go to the west, but it looks like the ceiling is in really bad shape and you might fall through it.
I'm very concerned because Baldric has a cutting plan.
I have a cutting plan.
Oh boy.
I am a hunter at heart, and I do not like the idea of running or fleeing from prey. So
Oh Lord, this is gonna end badly.
I think we need to take care of this elf. But good.
Can I put in my veto now before I hear the plan?
Like how?
I was under the impression the elf almost one-shotted one of us.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
why
actually,
my
our strongest
bow was
bow.
red.
How many
Yeah.
grenades do we have left? We still have
Oh,
detonator.
the grenades
God.
do nothing. No. The grenades do no damage. They do 1 to 2 damage, and this guy's probably got damage mitigation.
Now, do you recall on the east side of this cathedral there is a trapped area? We could draw him into that trapped area and he'll get destroyed by it.
No, so Starny said she was able to disable all the traps.
Yeah.
Oh, she disabled the
Yeah,
trap.
Yes, that's why they brought her. I'm just trying to. I'm not poo-pooing your plan. Your plan is whatever you want to do is up to you.
I'm
just,
willing to poo-poo his plan.
Well, I'm just making sure you remember. She was literally
right.
brought to
That's
not
right.
only find the temple.
Disarmed.
There was dozens of traps, and in fact, that creature that you remember, the mountain elf, one of the bad guys accidentally set one of the traps off. And he got killed, and then the mountain elf was eating his remains. So those are all gone because you didn't have to. You didn't encounter any of them.
All right.
I have a rifle.
Whatever you
No.
want, man.
Well, hold on. Let's just get a lay of the land here. Okay, so I'm going to draw a path and ask Steve whether or not this path is. It seems like this elf. What's his name? Panelliar.
Yep.
If Panelliar is, he's not in line of sight. I mean, if he's up against the doors, he's probably not able
Totally
to
not
see us.
No, you guys are not in line of sight at all.
Okay, so we can go straight down like this.
Yeah, you can. I see what you're doing. You're basically going to try to go down the curved area.
Yeah, I mean,
Try
I don't
to
know
miss
what this
the damaged
looks like.
area is. No, that's fine. Basically, that area here, I'll draw it. That's all a dome. Okay, that's basically like domed. And then the other area to the west, that's completely flat where the offices are. So, and that's how a Tuttle almost fell because you guys were climbing up the dome and he had to make a check. So it was basically you had to climb up the wall and then you went like 40 feet to the east on flat surface and then you had to climb up this dome like it was another 70 feet to the very top to the observatory area and then you climbed back down. So that is, that sort of, so you could picture that in your mind.
All right, well, it still should, my plans should kind of work. I mean,
Yeah, your plan should work.
all right, so can we say that we do that?
Sure. Why don't you guys put yourselves in marching order?
Can we talk about the other?
Oh,
plan?
yeah. All right, go
No,
ahead. Sorry.
I do not believe we can. Or if we can, Chris, let me actually put in a codicil. After our minion is safe and we have a plan for an exit in the event that your plan goes wrong, then we can talk about your plan.
All right, well, Mo will go down and get Wayless by himself.
Love it.
Like that, there's no reason why he can't just go down the dome, go pick up Wayless, escort him to the dome, and push his ass as he climbs up the then we can talk about your plan, because that way he's safe and you can formulate your strategy.
I long for the hunt.
Well, and sure, we all respect the fact that you're clearly psychopathic, but at the same time, my concern is also fights that we don't need to get into. and
Yeah.
that we can easily avoid just before we're about to go face our biggest enemies, the ones that we've been hunting for weeks. Wouldn't you prefer to come back for this completely unnecessary fight to, feed your bloodlust or whatever it is your motivation is?
Yeah, I mean,
Perhaps.
this guy probably doesn't have any treasure that you want.
No treasure whatsoever. Actually,
Yeah,
I
he
talked
does
to
have
him.
treasure.
Oh, I'm sorry. I actually talked to him, and his treasure is very, very unimportant.
The treasure for me is his head as a trovy.
That's
on
my
a
bluff.
starship.
Okay, my bluff is a 23. What's your sense motive?
Oh, PvP.
2
cents.
Oh, actually, I rolled d20. Hold on. Let me roll the bluff.
Oh my god.
Actually, 25 is my bluff. There
Yeah,
you go.
but that was a whopper of a lie, though. You said you
Uh,
talked to him and he has no
Well,
treasure. Is that what you
I
said?
didn't talk to him directly. I actually gave a great deal of observation of him.
Here's the one thing that you do know, Chris Beamer, aka Hiroji. He was an elf solarian, which means he literally has no weapons, because he summons his weapons. So he has no weapon that you can take or use.
I am not motivated by personal loot. I am motivated by the trophy that I can take from his dead body.
Plus, his battle armor was ancient elven battle armor that is so old that it was archaic. So,
He's a worthy prey.
that you might be true, but I will tell you that Mr. Rusty is completely right.
Well, also, since I got 16 points of bluff higher than your sense motive, you really think I'm right.
Right, but I don't care about that because I'm not out for the treasure. I'm out for the killing it because I want his
Okay.
trophy.
Well, I did give you the rational conversation, that perhaps we should not have the unnecessary fight before we accomplish our goals, using up our resources.
Yeah,
possibly
why do you want to
risking
kill this guy? I mean,
The glory of the hunt. How dare
Yeah,
you?
but we engage this guy. Okay, if you want to melee him, then you melee.
Oh no, I'm not
him.
meleeing.
Okay,
him. No,
yeah,
no.
he's one shotting us.
I don't melee. I
He's
don't do
way
melee.
too high level.
we're tabling this till after the end of book 2
this is-
anyway, and then Chris is going to solo him, so that's fine.
Yeah.
If I do solo him, you'll be embarrassed.
Now,
I'll give you a high five.
They will sing songs of me.
Chris, I'll
At your
bet you
funeral.
$1 that you will not survive. How about that?
Where's that website? Venmo. Venmo. All right, I got Venmo up and running. To receive a dollar.
Just send me the dollar now.
That's to receive a dollar.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's. All right. Well, we'll deal with it later because we do. It does seem like these guys left in a hurry, and there probably is a time issue here. So.
yeah. So can I say that I'm doing that?
Yes. You were probably one of the. Well, anyone can do it. So go where you're gonna go.
Well, I'm a better climber than anyone, so
You're by far the best climber because you got the claws and the tail and the mouth.
Perhaps when we get back to our ship, we can paint a yellow streak down the back of it.
do I need to roll at all?
No, you're fine because yours is so
Yeah.
high. You can just do it.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay, so Wayless, does he make the climb, or I'll let you handle that?
He falls to his death.
So you just throw it down. You're just gonna pull him up.
Well, actually, no, we don't have any extra rope. That rope is up there.
Oh, so you're
Carry him up.
So you're gonna
Piggyback.
go-
Yeah, he can
Whatever.
climb that.
so you're gonna go down.
No, I'm not going down. He can climb up.
Oh, you're just gonna hold. Okay, so he's gonna climb. Oh yeah, he's fine.
I'm going to encourage him to not fall. Oh, he rolled the 20.
He climbed up the. Yeah, no, he rolled well. He's pretty agile. I mean, he might not be good with the fighting, but he makes
the thinking.
But he makes a mean omelet, and he does know Elvish.
Yeah.
And he's come in handy.
All right.
Come in handy. He saved Hiroji's life once.
Yeah. Well, join the club. All right, so can we get him up there?
Ooh, that doesn't look good. Sort of. He's trying to climb up the side. Let's see what happened. So he's climbing up the side of the dome with you. And... oh, that's not good.
I'm underneath him.
Oh, you're underneath him?
Well, if he falls, I might be able to make some crazy strength check to catch him.
Okay, give me a
Or
reflex
grab this,
save as
like
he
a movie.
slips and falls off the tiles because some of them are loose from the explosion.
My plan's starting to look better and better all the time.
It's not a strength; it's a reflex.
No, it's reflex because you have to reflex to grab him.
13.
13. Okay, I will say because you were behind him, you managed to grab him by the arm right before he slipped through a crevice that appeared underneath the tiles that fell, and he almost fell down into the cavern below.
For God's sakes, man, get a hold of yourself. Focus.
He's like, oh, thank you, Mr. Mo. It would be too much to ask if I could go on your back and you could, just carry me.
Sure, I'll do that.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Mo. Thank you. I wouldn't normally ask, but these heights, and I just almost fell to my death there. Oh.
Over the intercom, you hear Rusty mumbling to himself about, coming up with that plan.
Anyhow, that manages to work. You can easily climb him up, and he rolled a 2, so he would have fallen. But you didn't fall. It wouldn't have killed him. I just did the damage. It actually would have survived the fall, but it definitely would have been a lasting impression. Anyhow, all right, he's here. Now what?
We'll take him down to his old mentor,
Well, colleague, professor, something like that.
Dr. Sol
Solstarny.
Starny.
Yeah.
Okay, Dr. Solstarny meets
Reunion.
Mr. Wallace, and they're all happy. They were already talking in the comms, and they're like, give each other a hug. She can't believe he came to rescue her. She's so thankful for everything he's done, and she's just going on and on about how brave and how wonderful he is. Oh, and you guys too.
Yeah.
I think this is just a wonderful greeting. And Wayless, we're still hungry. If you could get to work.
He's like, oh, don't worry, sir. And he pulls out, the llamas bread and all the other things he pre-made for you so that you have little snacks on the go because he prepared and was ready for this.
Ugh,
Elf food. I hate elf food. All right, fine.
Oh, but it's so good and nutritious for you.
Not happy about anything. All right, so do they seem to be happy in research?
Oh, God, they're going to be they're going to be thrilled to death. They can spend their whole lives in this.
So they're in their natural habitat and they're safe and
they're
we'll leave
safe
some
for now.
food
Puddle's
behind.
a little bit envious. He almost wants to stay and do research.
They're like Dr. Tuttle, please join us. We can spend days, weeks even, just researching and finding out all about this lost civilization. And look at this.
It's tempting, but someone's got to keep these idiots in line. So
well.
I got to go up the hill with them.
Oh well.
Maybe Cheddar could join you. I think he's got some excellent academic degrees.
Yeah, Cheddar's
Cheddar
looking a
stays
little
with me.
dead.
We're a package deal.
Yeah,
All
is
right.
So it's up to you guys. So anyhow, Dr. Solstarny and Wallace are very happy to be reunited. She seems to finally have gotten over this, moroseness or just sort of, being captured and dragged through the jungle and everything. But between the fact that she knows she's going to be alive, you killed everyone, and now she has a friend and familiar face with her, she's kind of coming out of her shell, and she's really excited. And they start researching the notes.
okay. So that's good because actually Willis has all the food, so he can fatten her up too.
Yeah, and plus both of them know Elvish and Ancient Elvish, so they actually were going to be able to easily decipher this and figure out what the heck he was doing. And they say, oh, this is great. He made such a mess of things. Normally we would poo-poo that is because, it's such horrible academic work to leave everything a mess like this. But actually now we can easily see what he was researching, right, Doctor? Yes, definitely. Oh, this is great. Then they're quickly grabbing the notes and comparing things, and they say, come back to us in a few hours. Hopefully we'll have a preliminary report, and then we'll put together a final report in a day or two. Oh, yes. Maybe sooner. Oh, can't wait.
Yeah, they don't have to repeat themselves. Mo is already headed down the rope. He doesn't want to. That's more than he can take from academic types.
Okay. All right. So they're safe and sound. They're deep inside the temple. What are you guys gonna do?
All right, I'm ready. I'm ready to head out.
And I guess we're going to leave the rope up.
Yeah, sure. Where'd Rusty go?
Sorry.
Rusty's trying to kill himself by jumping off the side.
Yes, yes. All right. So we're now headed. Thank you for the damage. 66 damage. That's nothing.
Now I'm rolling multiple. I'm just rolling multiple d20s to see what's going on something.
Who
Like,
failed
ignore
their climb
me.
check? Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Seeing a lot of 2s and 3s in these rolls. That's all I'm saying.
I'm gonna say the only one that might have had some trouble was Tuttle,
Naturally.
but I presume Mo could do what he did with
Yeah.
with
You guys just piggyback on
Wallace
me.
and just either piggyback him because he is so tiny and light, or he can, like watch out for him. And you've done this enough; it wasn't too bad. You kind of have a pattern down. It's sort of a method to go up and down since you've done it like 4 times now. So it's
Yeah.
not too bad. You're getting the hang of it.
Mo is happy to climb. He likes to be able to use that skill. All right. Well, are we all down on the ground? Terra firma?
Yep.
All right. I guess we're going to
Head up the hill to
skim
the
over
northwest.
here.
I will.
Yeah,
stealth,
we're
I will
gonna-
stealth on the way by.
Yeah, I'm going to just stay out of the way here. Mo's tiptoeing.
All right. As you get to go back. As you get to there, where you're about 20 feet, you hear commotion coming up from the front, and you hear what sounds like heavy equipment being dragged or rolled down the hill, and you hear and see some people coming.
All right. Well, we may be fighting here.
Give me a perception. Actually, Rusty and Mo can give me perceptions because there is a bit of cover in front of you, but that hill is actually up. It goes up and around the mountain. It's hard to explain because it's not actually on the map. Rusty doesn't do so great.
Yeah.
Mo gets a 20.
What are we rolling? Perception?
Yeah, you can roll perception. Everyone can roll perception.
Although Hiroji seems to be all the way in the back.
Holy moly. Hiroji, 29. All right. From the bushes, from coming down the path, you see the following.
We see the shrubbery move.
Pretty much. You see 2 cultists carrying extremely large, bulky equipment that looks like a transmitter or computer of some sort in several pieces between them. Behind him, from about 10 feet, and these guys are also up in the air because they're coming down a hill, so you can see them over the cover of the low walls that are sort of this town that disintegrated. You see what must be the man described to you as Tahomen, which was the leader of this cult. He appears to have, blood on him, including some strange blood patches on his face. He also has green hair. He appears to be lashunta. And if the other guys were dressed to the nines in death and other, skulls and other fun items like that, this guy has brought it to 11. He is he's gone all out when it comes to nastiness. We'll put it that way.
Reavers. Goddamn Reavers.
More
Yes.
lashunta scum.
Yeah,
That's right.
Hey.
Never trust a lashunta.
He actually has pretty cool things. On his knees, he has spikes. So he has like these kneecaps, and they're actually spikes coming out. He has huge spikes on his shoes as well, so he can kick you or knee you to death. He has a gigantic skull on his chest. He has spikes coming out of his shoulders. His hair is white, green, and red. He has blood spots like all over his body and face. And yeah, he looks very, very friendly.
Yeah, he really was done up by the Mad Max wardrobe department. I mean, this is pretty impressive, actually.
Yes, he actually looks pretty cool.
Let's see. I'm sorry. Go ahead with your description.
He sees you easily because he's above you. He's like well above you at 15
great.
feet.
That answers my next question.
And he says to you out loud, well, the heroes have arrived. You're too late. My plan has already come to fruition. There's nothing that can stop me now. And he has a detonator in his hand, and he pushes the button,
Oh no.
and nothing happens.
Ha!
He looks at the detonator, and he just shrugs his shoulders and throws it aside. He says, "Oh, you've managed to defeat my cultists inside, I see. No matter. I guess I'll just have to do it instead." You guys gonna say anything, or are you just gonna stand there? or
I'm
what?
enjoying the monologuing. I think, I want to let the evil villain continue with his rant before I get into a fight.
Tuttle's not about the trash talk life, so
Yeah. Yeah, Rander's gonna rant. We're just waiting for combat.
I can't even see these guys though, right? Because I'm blocked by.
Yeah,
No,
I don't
you
know
actually
what.
can see them
we have line of
because
sight
you rolled
on
an
this?
amazing perception, and these guys are 15. Okay, here, I'll put a little numbers on it because they're up a ramp, so I'll show you where they are.
Oh, they're up a hill.
Yeah, they're up a ramp. It's a hill that goes up to the top of the mountain. So just picture this. This is a very large mountain. You guys are maybe, I don't know, 500-600 feet up, and the mountain where this temple was, and then there's another ramp that goes up to the very tippy top, and supposedly that's where the observatory was, where they actually not visited, but actually looked at the stars and did all these star maps and, worshipped. So that's where they went, and you know this because of Dr. Solstarny, and they're coming back down. So they're literally on their way back with this equipment. So let me give you them heights so you know where they are. So you can clearly see them because they're above the ground. Like they're on a fairly steep ramp up. So although there's a low cover in front of you, those are low cover, those walls. They're not full cover. You can actually just, you can just see him through the low cover. So you have total line of sight.
I say, surrender now, or there will be trouble.
Excellent.
And I pull out my Shiranai sniper rifle.
Okay.
That sounds like an intimidate.
Yeah, I would like to attack. That's most
Okay,
how
that's
he
I actually want to
communicates.
sense motive.
You guys can do whatever you want. He looks at you and says, "My lashunta friend, join me, and we can rule this galaxy forever in terror and death and destruction."
I want to sense motive on Hiroji now. I take it back because I think can't trust one of these lashunta at all.
Lashunta scum.
It might be a little out of your range.
All right, it's a sense motive 20.
I don't know. What do you think? What do you think? You pulled out the
What
gun.
do I think?
Who
that
are you
Chris
going to
means?
shoot?
What do I think Hiroji's going to do?
I don't know. What does Hiroji think? Hiroji, you took out that gun. Are you aiming at the bad guy or your own people?
Unclear.
Man.
Chris is
Well,
going.
your bluff of 20 and my sense motive of 20. I can't remember which wins. All right.
I think you win, but you're actually far. You're very far from me. I'm like way in the back.
That's true. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
you got tons of cover, so.
Yeah, Chris is saying, but think of the power.
Unlimited power. All right. Well, can I attack?
Yeah, if you guys want to start combat, he's sitting there. These two guys, they put down. So let me paint the picture. The two cultists have put down the heavy equipment, and you can see it's kind of blocking the passage up. There's no way to get through it. So there's two guys, and then very large equipment, and that's a good 70 feet in front of you. He's then further up the hill, a good 10 feet behind those guys. So you're going to either have to get through those guys or around them or something. And he has in his hand, he had in one hand the detonator, which he threw away. He has a weird-looking, horrible pistol, which you could actually see in the picture, in his other hands that you've never seen before. And it looks really nasty. And he also has exactly looks like the Mad Max gas masks and other things on his armor. And his armor looks awesome, by the way. Oh, I forgot to mention one small thing. He's glowing with electric energy that's surrounding his entire body. Now you can go.
that seems like an important detail.
Yeah, I forgot about that one. Okay, you guys can go now.
Yeah, that explains the electro dialogue. So
All right.
waiting for combat.
I mean, I will yell out, last chance, drop what you have and surrender, and we might let you live.
Yeah.
It's like,
They're
ah,
not going to live.
you don't take me up on my offer. Fine then, let us all join sweet oblivion.
Roll for combat.
They want the oblivion.
All right. Well, I appear to be going first. No.
No, Walos goes first. Oh my god.
Why is he? He's not. Get him out of there.
Oh, Walos, he wants to be part of the combat. All right, hold on. Hiroji goes first.
Dr. Solstani doesn't need to be there.
Beautiful. I am going to use a full round action and fire my tactical rifle at the guy on the right, the cultist on the right.
Okay, I gave that.
The range on that is 250 feet, so it's well within range.
That is correct. Well within range. You're about 105 feet from him, so you're well within range.
All right.
You have a clear line of sight because he's up on a hill, and you shoot him. What type of ammo is that? It's KAC, right?
Yeah, it's kinetic.
Excellent. You hit for a 17 and do
Minimum damage.
minimum death. 3 points of damage.
At least I hit. Now that's an attack.
That was a good attack.
Range, long range. I love it. I can't use my trick attack though. We can't use trick attack with sniper rifle, unfortunately.
No. But it's cool.
Well,
I mean, it was
it is
actually a
cool.
nice
It's
attack.
good.
It just
Are
It
you going to
didn't do a lot of
move
damage.
towards the enemy at this time?
I can't move.
I
It's a
can't.
full round action.
Ah,
It's a full.
all right. There you go.
Yeah.
Just FYI, Chris, you actually can do a standard attack, but you will get you only get a -2 because I think it's 70 is the normal range.
It's 75. I probably could have. I could have moved and done
Yeah.
it. They're within. I figure I'll take a shot here. They'll probably close, and then I can move up a little. Maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see. I was thinking about climbing up the dome actually, just pegging them.
You could do that too. Yeah, you still do that. Mo, you're up.
How much cover do these walls in front of me provide?
If you're right now, well, from him, nothing.
Well,
you
no,
get like
but
a
how high
+2.
are they?
Low cover.
Like if I
+2.
move up to them,
+2 AC.
it's not really a lot, and I can't close.
But
the
if they're
gap.
next to you and they're like, if you guys are next to each other fighting, there's no cover. It doesn't work. Low cover only works if you're further away. If you're like, it's basically if you're next to each other with low cover between you, there's no cover.
Yeah. I'm going to. Let's see. I would not have had my artillery laser out.
No way.
Um,
Not after you just climbed.
No. No, he default carries his pike. So he's going to move. I assume that has cover for him, but they don't have cover there. Is that correct?
Yeah, he has cover. Like
If
Mo
I-
has a little bit of cover
Okay.
from there.
All right. So, and I'm going to get out the artillery laser and take a shot.
Okay.
Can I shoot him from my
Definitely.
position?
Yeah,
without
you're gonna.
cover?
Yeah, no, you can fine because it's low cover, so you're not gonna hit. You have a clean line of sight.
Okay,
to
just
him.
make sure. And I'm going to make a knowledge check, military, and regard their armor, like the boss's armor. Does he have anything interesting?
Sure. Give me a check. Just roll a d20. I'll do the rest.
14 plus 5, 19.
Yeah. He's wearing a D suit. A D suit is awesome.
I'm looking up a D suit right now. Is that something in the core rules?
Yes.
Is it heavy armor?
It's light armor.
No, it's a D suit 1.
D suit 1.
Oh, okay. That's pretty good. All right, so decent. Okay.
D suit or disembarkment suits are designed for spacefarers who expect to leave their ship and visit planet's surface. Most D suits are jumpsuits or flight suits worn under reinforcement breeches, heavy boots, a thick jacket. Helmet or rebreather and a utility belt with attached holster complete the outfit. It's pretty awesome. That's actually that's like now you're starting to get the cool armor. That's what the cool people wear. is D
Yeah.
suits.
Oh, this is light armor.
Yeah. Awesome.
Oh, that's why. Okay, so you guys are your mouths ought to be watering over that. It's a +5 for energy defense and +6 for kinetic. Wow, that's a good thing for you.
Cheddar's not up. There'll be Tuttle. So hold on. It's actually not Tuttle. Cheddar will go when Tuttle goes. Tahomen goes now. He looks at you and says, first thing he says as a free action is like, Elf boy, kill these interlopers for me, will you? And he's talking to the undead elf
come on.
guarding the front of the temple.
Oh no!
That's the first thing that happens. The next thing that happens is, hold on.
I am rolling up a new character right now. So
Yeah, you might want to roll up a new character. He
Ah.
casts a spell. Dun dun dun.
what?
And
They have spells in Starfinder?
You wouldn't think, considering you guys have never, ever done it. So he conjures up a spinning disc made of pure, shimmering force and throws it right at Rusty.
So, magic missile.
No. Much worse.
Spinning. It's the flying guillotine.
Oh, you'll see.
All right.
Fires it at Rusty. Hits you for 16, barely. And
Oh my
does
god!
8 points of damage. Low damage, 3d6.
But it
So
did actually need. It needed actually a to hit roll. That's something. All
He
right.
hit a 16. He used a 16.
Yeah,
for his hit.
It then ricochets off of Rusty and goes after Tuttle.
Oh my god!
And hits Tuttle for a 28 for 10 points of damage. It then ricochets off Tuttle and goes after Cheddar.
These
It's
rolls
with a
are
24.
ridiculous.
It
These
does.
rolls are ridiculous.
Well, he only
Yeah,
rolled
well,
6 points of damage. They're
6,
2d6.
18, and 14. That's
And
actually
then
within a range.
it ricochets off Cheddar and goes after Hiroji.
Can I get some cover there, maybe?
It
Oh,
misses.
thank God he missed it.
It's a higher. It's harder to hit and less damage with each ricochet. at
God.
least, so that's
It-
something.
Can I make some kind of roll to see what
Yeah,
that is?
you're
Like
gonna
a-
want to. Yeah, you're gonna need a mystic for that.
I have that. I have mystic ability.
Hold on a
Same
second.
skill.
It is a normal spell. It actually is just a normal spell. That wasn't even a special ability. Spells are good, man.
Well, it was speaking aloud plus a spell. That's an action. All right.
And now Rusty
Right.
is up.
So, my first order of business, I say, nice try, evildoer. We all know that you're not the real Tahomen. Palomar is not going to be fooled by this. Of course, obviously, the real Tahomen is inside the temple. You're just an imposter who took him hostage. Bluff check.
Wow. I'm impressed.
I can add d6 to that, or I can re-roll it. It's 50-50, d6.
Nice.
32 bluff.
Thank God he rolled a good. That's good.
Are you trying to get your flat foot in this?
No, I'm making a bluff check. He ordered Palomar to attack us, and I am telling Palomar that's not the real Tahomen. You don't have to obey him. I am lying,
So you tried the bluff to Palomar.
of course.
Oh, okay.
DC, and by the way, 32.
Oh, okay. Good job. We'll find out what happens when it's his turn.
Of course. Actually, I'm pretty confident of that. And at this level, a hard DC is 25. I cleared 30. Okay, so that was a standard action to make an active bluff check. So I have a move action, and I'm going to move to behind this wall and make sure all of my... And I'm going to draw a Mark II shock grenade to have in my hand.
Nice.
I like this group.
Okay. You done?
Shock the monkey.
Oh, yeah, sorry, that was me.
So you go behind the low cover.
I will crouch if needed.
We have a horrible, horrible elf thing coming.
Well, I was trying to deal with that.
The cultists are at the base of the trail, and in between them is that huge, bulky machine. And after getting hit,
I don't see a huge, bulky machine.
bulky
It's
comm
a third.
unit.
It's a thing in the center.
It's literally the thing in the center. That's what's
Oh,
called.
yeah.
Bulky-
I got you.
Bulky comm unit. That's
Bulky
literally-
communist unit?
Yes, as in communication unit.
Okay.
Oh, sorry about that. I'm clicking
John,
on the wrong thing.
you're a little too aggressive here. No athletics checks are needed right now.
Oh boy, me. We need to pull out some stuff.
Yeah, we're in big trouble. We're probably gonna have to re-roll. That's okay. I'm ready to try out new characters.
What are you worried about?
Oh, I'm worried about a lot of stuff. I'm worried about the elf guardian.
Yeah, the
Solarian.
elf was already enough trouble on his own, and now
Yeah, he's coming in for business, and I'm worried that I'm going to be somewhat cowardly. Like I may not be combat effective right now.
The cultists wait. Cultists have their guns out and they're just crouching down, getting ready.
I'm going to go ahead and hit the button. See if I can get some healing
Yes.
or some bark skin or something like that.
Hits
Nice.
the button.
Love the button getting hit. We're so
One
shy to hit the button.
D10 to hit the button.
7. That's not so bad.
That is the unlikely holdout weapon. Cheddar gains a special melee combat arm. Deploys armed with a two-handed advanced weapon of its choice, whose level is equal to or less than the drone. So you can choose a two-handed advanced weapon, melee.
Might I suggest a pike?
I think that's what I went last time. It has
Yeah.
the reach, so I think I'll do the pike again.
An excellent selection.
So yeah, you choose the pike, and Cheddar goes now. That's your standard. So unless you want to move, otherwise you can now do stuff with him.
I'm just going to stay where I am for now.
Okay, Cheddar too. Cheddar moves north towards the fellers.
Yeah, Cheddar's going to take it and see what he can do.
Fellas, hey. Yeah, okay.
We need to actually build a self-destruct unit inside of Cheddar so that we can send him at the enemy and just blow him up remote.
That might be one of the
All
things
right.
that happens.
So,
Road
what's the kind of climb check I need to climb back up onto this thing?
Oh, no, not yet.
No.
That's a
Veto.
round 3 move,
Veto.
not a round 1 move.
I'm asking, not you guys. I'm asking.
I thought you were asking.
No, I'm not.
Get in there and fight, you coward.
I mean, I wish I could have my own personal channel.
Well,
Yeah.
DC 10, but you're going to have to put away your weapons. And last these you had your sniper rifle out. So
And it was ready.
Well, can I try climbing with my weapons? Is that a minus or something? I don't know.
well, you need 2 hands to climb.
And how much can I climb in it? And how high is it? Like,
Chris, take out that goddamn magic user.
It's 60 feet high, and on a successful check, you move half your land speed across the surface. And if you fail the check by 4 or more, you make no progress. 5 or more, you fall. And that you must have 2 hands free. You can climb and then pull out a small arm or cast a spell with 1 hand.
no, I don't want any of those options. Sound horrible. All right. I do have a shot on these guys from here. Yes.
Yeah, you hit him last time. I think you just did minimum damage.
I
You would
mean,
get
even with
you would get a -2 increment on Tahomen because it's a range increment past 70 for your.
But if I take a full round action, the range goes to 250 feet, which is sick.
I don't think so. I think it takes 2 because it takes a move action to reload.
No. So there's no reload. It's a full round action.
Well, no, you have to reload. There's only one. There's only
there's
one
no
bullet.
reload.
Yeah, there is. It
Is
only
there?
holds 1 bullet. Yep. You have to reload.
What?
Yeah, that's why sniper rifles are slow.
Yeah.
Yep. It takes. That's why when the person was hitting you, when that sniper was hitting you, she was doing it once every 2 rounds because she would spend 1 round reloading and then the next round doing the full round action. So it's done on purpose. You only have 1 bullet, so you have 2 options. You can reload and then attack next round as a full round action, or you can reload and attack now and get a -2.
All right, I will do that. Yes, I will reload and shoot.
Okay, you reload and shoot, and they only hold 1 bullet.
God, such a it's what year is it? I mean, there's so many semi-automatic sniper rifles nowadays. But anyways, I'm gonna shoot the one that I shot before, which I think was the guy on the right.
Are you shooting? You're not shooting the boss. You're shooting the cultist.
I'm gonna shoot a cultist.
Okie dokie.
Boss is like, I mean, so maybe this guy's not within the -2 range, right?
Cultist is 95 away, so it's not,
Yeah.
They're all. Yeah. And he shoots the cultist. You hit 21 for 3 points of damage.
Some minimum damage, really?
Yeah, I think that's twice in a row you've done minimum damage
He's done.
Didn't-
He's rolled a
didn't you-
1 on damage twice. This is insane.
on a 1d10.
See, I'm confused because Hiroji's been talking about how I don't do enough damage. So I assumed that was he was talking. As
I mean,
someone
I'm rolling a
who did
D10.
enough
I
damage.
mean, you
Sure,
know.
sure, yeah. So I mean, I imagine that's true. I don't know. I'm seeing 3 damage. So I don't know why you'd claim it's a D10. But.
I don't know how.
Mo is up.
Possible.
What's Mo gonna do?
Oh, these fucking cultists. I don't know. I thought they were going to get out of my way. Okay, so
I tried.
Let's talk about this bulky comm unit. This is the only way we're going to survive is if I get this stupid Tahomen or whatever his name is. Okay, so how tall is that thing?
It's like 6 feet tall.
6 feet tall.
Yeah, you can't go through it. You can maybe if there's like bull rush or whatever it is, overcharge or whatever.
Well, I'm gonna if I perform in athletics, I can jump vertically for a DC of 24, which is quadruple. Now, correct me if I'm wrong about this. If I'm reading this right, it's 4 times the height of an object is the DC, and I do have a 10-minute or 10-foot running head start. Definitely, if I do a double move.
So you're gonna try to jump over the bulky equipment to try to get to Tahomen.
Well, actually, yeah, because I mean, if these guys hit me as an attack of opportunity, I don't think if I'm jumping, if I'm climbing, I fall. If they hit me while I'm jumping, I don't know if that negates anything because I make my DC check. I do clear it. Okay, so I have plus 11. Okay, and it's a DC 24. Well, that's a decent. God, I am so flanked if that happens. I'm just surrounded by these guys. I'm going to move and just take my pike. That I don't think I can do that. It's probably easier to take one of these guys out. So that's what I'm going to do.
What is the charge mechanic in Starfinder?
Charge is. It's not a straight line, so I can't perform it. I can't go around.
Well,
I've got to go around this corner.
Oh, there's a corner. there.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm blocking it on the screen in front of me. I see. Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
It's a full action, and all it does, it allows you to make a single attack, and you take a -2 penalty in the attack roll, and a -2 on your AC.
But you can go a greater distance. Yeah, I get it.
All right, as soon as you get over there, their ready actions go off, and they shoot you.
Oh.
Don't worry about it, John.
Alright.
One attacks you.
Well, when I say that, I'm
Misses.
saying if you die, I mean, Chris and I already have our escape plans. So
I'm not worried about these guys. Not too much.
Well, they
You
shoot.
should worry.
They shoot their
Hey, you missed
shotguns
on a
at
5.
you.
I thought they had.
Guy
pit
shot
bulls
you a
already.
5 for a 10 and misses you, and then one shot you with a 16 and missed you.
actually a 21. With
Well,
the
21,
modifier,
right?
so-
16, you got a
yeah.
21.
Okay.
They-
He
they
missed you with a
missed
21.
a
John.
lot.
You're fine. Don't worry.
It's a
don't worry
moving
about
target. Moving target. Now I'm thinking I can't move through them, correct? There's no ability that gives me that.
Yeah, I mean, combat maneuver. Everything's combat maneuver. So,
I'm going to do that.
well, it's probably too late now because, hold on.
Well, I mean, as a double move. And I can't even remember which one of these guys have taken the most damage. Do you guys
All right,
know?
there's a whole bunch of things. Bull Rush is you knock the target back 5 feet.
Yeah, I already know that.
There's Dirty Trick, where you can do all these things to them. Grapple. Reposition, whereas you change the target's position within 5 feet. So you could actually like move them out of your way. Trip. Fight defensively.
You know
kill
what?
defense.
Yeah, none of that is going to help because they get a move before me anyway. So they're just going to reposition. I'm just going to attack. There's nothing fancy.
I know what you're trying to do. It's
I mean,
it
the
used to
only
be
way.
called
Okay, guys, my
overcharge.
thinking, just not to Steve, but the other guys. What I was thinking is that if we can kill this magic user, we can break the spell
Yes,
that's
that's
being
correct.
held on.
Yes, you're
Panelliar.
right.
But Hiroji has to do more than 3 points of damage every time. It's not enough, Hiroji. You got to roll better.
Don't shame him. Okay, go ahead and shame him.
Yeah. Shame.
What you want to do is right. The only way you can do it, so that's all gone. Like the overrun is gone. It's now tumble, which is what I thought it was. And the DC is 20 plus 1/2 the opponent's CR. And so you can tumble through their square.
Oh, is that part of a movement, or how much of a movement phase does that?
Usually, acrobatics is a half. You can move half your speed, and
Tumbling is a move action, and you move half your speed. So you can move, and now you can move again, but then you're done. You can't attack. So you can move up there and attack, or you can move up there and then try to tumble through these guys.
I'm going to. Oh boy, what should I do? Hey, can I get a reminder? How much have we hit these cultists at all? I seem to think we
You
have.
hit the cultist on the right twice
I have.
for minimum damage, and actually Tahomen was hit once. I don't know who hit him.
I did.
Okay,
Hit
well, so this, so 3
All right,
hits. So
I'm going to
far.
hit the one on the right. I think it's
No one's doing shit
this
except
fancy
for me.
stuff is not going to work. So here we go.
No fancy punts for you.
Yeah.
Okay, you do that. You do your fancy. Go, Mo. After all that, oh look at that. Yeah.
Oh my goodness!
After all of that,
No,
after
that's a
all
huge
of that.
I softened him up. for
First of
you.
all, what did I roll? I rolled
All the 19, and he
19.
did 16 points of damage.
Okay, 16 points of damage. I rolled a. All right, that's good. I rolled a.
Okay, as a
5.
free action, I say, Hiroji, good job. You definitely weakened him down that he was able to be.
I can't hear
knocked
you.
over quickly.
Thank you. I don't usually like compliments, but I'll take this one.
Pelinar goes. He's looking at you guys, and he's walking towards you.
Oh,
Slowly.
I'm glad he's walking.
Slowly.
Oh, that's so good.
He walks 10 feet, 15 feet, and he's just standing there. His weapon, solar weapon, appears in his hands as he is a solarian. He's crackling with energy, and he's just sort of watching you all, but he's not doing anything yet.
Oh,
He's not actually going near you. He's just watching you.
that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
That's it. That's literally his full
That is
action
so good. All right.
That works.
for now.
I don't even care what the story is behind that.
Tahomen looks at Mo and says, "Oh, you managed to kill one of our minions. Congratulations. You'll join him shortly."
God, it sounds like I'm battling the common cold here.
And then he casts a spell at you. Whooshing! Spell gets cast. Give me
Put a spell on you.
Can I see it and make a spellcraft check?
do a will save on Mr. Mo. Will save of 14.
14, that's
is
in the neighborhood.
Not
It's
even
in
close.
the neighborhood. Hold on. Circumstance bonus.
Not even
I just
close.
I killed one of his guys.
He does feel very, very.
You're right.
hyped
You
up
feel
for
great.
something.
You feel great as you get hit for. Wow, that was a terrible roll. A 2d10. I rolled 1 and a 9.
What are you talking about? That's exactly average.
Terrible, terrible roll.
Come on. I'm not getting any freebies here.
You get hit in your brain. Your brain feels like it's melting. Melting. What a world. What a world. And
Did we get a spell check on that, Hiroji?
yeah, sure. Do mysticism, Hiroji. What a world.
What manner of malady has struck me?
Chris?
I would like to do that.
Okay, well then roll your check.
All right, hold on one
Yeah,
second.
he melted Mo's brain.
He melted Mo's brain. And then he takes a guarded step away from Mo, as he does not like Mo. 19.
Nice. I don't even know if that's going to be enough.
That's just mind thrust. Yeah, that's the good old Plan A mind thrust. That
I
was
take a
it.
jump on the left.
Mind thrust is very
Mind
strong.
thrust, the bacon and eggs of technomancy.
Yes. Rusty is up.
Okay.
Mo puts his hands on his hips.
Well, fire in the hole. I'm sending my level 2 Mark 2. My level 2 shock grenade. I'm throwing it to hit the 3 remaining targets.
Show me where.
Oh, I actually selected the square that's 1 to the south of him. But the corner that's going to get all 3 remaining without hitting Mo. Okay.
One of them is not a guy. One's a thing.
I apologize. One to the south of the thing. Not the one from the Fantastic Four or the one in the John Carpenter movie or,
No, the
one
south
that's a
of the
bad
thing
joke.
is not where you want to put that.
All right, you actually barely hit because there was 2 rage increments, but you
Okay.
actually barely managed to hit.
Nice,
So, but as a matter of fact, this is horseshoes or hand grenades. So
Yes.
Close
Are you
enough.
proficient
is a
in hand grenades?
hit. Yes, I am. I'm very proficient in hand grenades.
I am not, and I bum with
I
that
know. It's
every
pretty
day.
sad. It is D12 damage.
It is D12, and they have a DC 14
And I
for
rolled
half.
3. I have a D12 and I rolled a 3.
That's not a 1.
Welcome to my world.
Well, Tahomen makes a save, and the cultist does not.
So he does take 1. Great.
As another cultist, actually.
Cultist takes full 3 points of damage as he gets by the electricity crackling through him, as does Tahomen, as does the equipment. The equipment takes damage. Maybe
Ooh.
that's not a
Cultist,
good
too,
thing.
isn't it?
Not happy about that.
Wait, there's
Oh, the
another
cultist is
cultist,
dead.
isn't it?
He's dead.
No, I mean there were 3 cultists on the screen. And
No,
him
there's 2 cultists.
No.
Nope.
2 cultists and a boss.
There's
Right.
never been
that are alive. Oh, on my screen I see 3. Okay, there it is. One's dead, but I see 2 living and the boss.
Oh, the
No.
one in the middle is a comm unit, is what you should
Got it.
see.
Okay, no, that's what was confusing me.
Are you moving
All right,
at all?
cool. Not this round. I am preparing though. Following round, I'm going to do another bluff against his nibs.
Alrighty, I'm going to move up while pulling out my weapon.
Do it, Dr. Tuttle.
And then I'm going to give Cheddar 2 moves to try to get him up to the fight.
Cheddar, can you go right in front of Mo?
No. I can move through him.
We have a small I don't want to just pull him up there just right so he can get hit. That's not
No.
fun. Actually, I'm going to park him here for this round and then charge him further next round. Give him some at least partial cover.
Yeah.
Okay, dokie. Good job, Cheddar. Hiroji is up. What are you gonna do, Mr. One Man?
Do I have an empty gun right now?
Yeah, it's empty.
I do. It's annoying. I think I must perform a bonsai type maneuver.
Okay. He's running
Should I go there and then get a shot, right? At one of these guys, maybe?
with what weapon?
Moving. I have to move and reload, I think.
Yes.
It's
Can
so
you-
annoying.
I don't think you can reload while you're moving.
No, I can't. I have to spend an action to reload, which you know what?
There actually are better there's like the advance. There's the Sharon eye rifle advance that has 4 rounds.
I know.
You have
I
the
looked at that
crappiest
already.
One.
I know. I looked at that. All right, you know what? I'm gonna drop this sniper rifle here.
Okay.
No, I'm not gonna drop it here. I'm gonna run. Let me do my run first.
You run, you reload. No, wait, you're going back. Okay, dropping. No, wait. No, wait. Oh, hey. Hey. Are you going to climb up the wall? Next thing you know, he's going to jump off the side and run down the mountain.
I'm gonna try and do everything. Can I reset my movement? Because it's all getting fakakta here.
Just hit one of those buttons, or
All right. Oh, it's all fakakta.
All right, how much movement is that?
It's Hiroji's parkour theater.
Because you got to go around. That's like 80.
All right, I'm gonna make. I can move 80. That is my move. I'm gonna double move, and then here as a free action, I will drop my rifle, and pull out my
Your stuff.
pull out my pistol.
You got it. Cultist is going. He moves there. He attacks you with his scattered gun thing. You know what? No, he's not. He's going to pull out his longsword.
Wow, he's gonna engage in melee. I like it.
Go there. Wow.
He's
He still totally misses because Mo is a soldier and Mo doesn't take any
Right.
crap.
Mo is a melee soldier too. He's melee.
I know Mo is a man. Mo is a man. What's Mo?
Well-
what's Mo the man gonna do?
has this one been hit before?
You've been hit. You got hit by the.
No. Has this cultist that moved?
No one's been hit. No one's hitting anyone. The cultists have never hit you.
No. Has any of us hit the cultist?
No, not that cultist. Nope.
Okay,
He's
that's,
not. He's pristine. Yeah, I shot the other guys.
All right. Well, frick. I'm gonna take a guarded step Actually, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do a full move action and attack twice.
Okay, you do that. Full attack. Here we go. On the cultists. Ready, set, go.
That's greedy, John.
Hits him once. Rolls a 15.
Oh, good.
Wow.
We like
Hits
the
him
crits.
for
Rolls a natural
35 points of damage.
And I'm done.
Panelliar sees that. Once again, he says, oh, Panelliar goes. So Panelliar, he's the one, the elf with the glowing weapon, who's watching this all curiously. He just sort of takes one more step up north, like there, 5 feet up. A little closer to you, but he's still a good 40, 50 feet away from you, and he's just standing there, holding his weapon. He does appear to be glowing and gathering energy. So probably something's going on there.
Supernova.
Now Tahomen goes, and he's like, he actually claps. It's like, well done, well done. Congratulations on killing my men. Shame I didn't get to. Your turn now. And again, he casts a spell, and he throws the Frisbee of Death. First, it goes to Mr. Mo.
Partial cover.
Frisbee of Death. Hits Mr. Mo.
Mysticism check.
Wait a minute.
15 points of damage.
Wait a minute. A
What?
17 hits me?
No, a 26 hits you.
Oh, I'm looking at
You're looking at the
Hershey's.
wrong
Sorry.
thing. What that
Oh.
spell was? You actually rolled a 17 of mysticism, and do you know?
So he rolls 3d6 damage. He did it before. He rolled 16 damage before for 3d6 on this spell. This time he rolled 3d6, gets a 15, for damage,
Almost.
and it's
Very
going to
cool.
hit more people.
Oh yeah, it's gonna start.
Triple five.
These-
You get your
there's-
triple five.
Yeah.
Box fives and five, 10 the hard way. You got 10 the hard way plus 5.
You don't know what the spell is because
It's too good. It's too good for me.
it's too good for you. You're gonna have to try again.
All right. Oh,
You
that's
don't
all
know.
right.
Now the disc, the Frisbee of Death, ricochets off of Mo and goes to Cheddar. And hits Cheddar for 16.
Cheddar.
That's 4 points of damage.
Poor Cheddar.
Cheddar does not look good. Now
I'm,
it's gonna-
I'm literally wearing Cheddar's shirt right now.
and now it's ricocheting off.
I want to say for the record that Hiroji is a little closer than I am. I just want to make that clear.
Oh,
It
what?
hits
Excellent.
Wait, well, I had
He
cover.
died for
I
3
had
points.
cover.
We both have covered the
It
same
rolled a
cover, but
29.
you're slightly closer.
And then it ricochets off of Hiroji onto Rusty.
Right to Rusty.
I accept that. That's fine.
Also only 3 points of damage.
Oh, for God's sake, the same.
Never
damage.
a miss.
17 hit, though?
Yeah, of
And
course
then
it
it
is.
goes and ricochets and hits Tuttle.
All right, so
Tuttle gets hit for
five hits in a row.
7 points of damage.
5 hits in a row. I can't even put together 5 hits in 5 weeks. I
Well,
mean,
I have
I
to say,
know.
that is a concern. You're right.
Yeah, I guess. Well, next, when you get to level 5, you get some huge
I do get some
upgrades.
I do, I
Like
get
your
some stuff.
sneak attack or whatever, your trick attack goes from 1d8 to 3d8, which is pretty insane. You get a
Which is
lot of
3
plus.
damage.
That's right. So instead of 1d8, 1 point damage, he'll go 3d8, 3 points of damage. There you go.
Exactly.
That just means I get to roll 3, 3,
I do
3,
not
1.
lie. I do not lie.
So
I get to
this
roll
map-
1, 1, 1.
But he's going to take another 5 foot. There's more space behind him that kind of snakes up, but for him. So yeah, he throws that thing. It just bounced off. It is an awesome spell. It just
Rusty, kill this.
it literally hit every single one of you. Rusty's up.
Kill that one.
I believe I actually.
I really like spellcasters. I really like.
I understand.
Okay, Steve, can I do a move action sense motive and then a standard action bluff? Or do you require a standard action sense motive?
Well, what are you trying to sense motive for?
The elf. I want to know his motivation and whether or not I need to reinforce my lie to keep him out of the fight.
Your line is weak, so your line is runaway. But
My lie was a 32 bluff, and he didn't attack. So
If you
I'm-
do a move,
I
I'm just going to make the DC way higher, If you do it's really a question of, are you quickly looking over and like quickly determining, or are you spending 6 seconds to like actually figure out? So it's up to you. If
Okay,
you want to do it,
that's a fair answer.
Yeah.
My guess is I'm going to do a bluff check anyway, but I will try the harder difficulty sense motive
Sure.
because, hey, maybe I'll get something out of it.
yeah.
I
sure.
imagine almost any response I'm going to end up doing the bluff anyway.
Okay.
You're moving though, or you're not?
No,
moving?
as a move action is what we're talking about.
Oh, okay. So you're not moving. Okay. Oh,
Sense
that's
motive
good.
of 24.
Pretty good. 24.
Do you get a +6, a plus d6, or?
Are you rolling anything else or no? Do you get the plus?
That was my move action to get a read on the elf before I make a bluff action.
It looks like the elf is. He's not going towards you. It looks like he's literally guarding his area, and he's not actively going towards you. If you're going to take a guess, you would say that it looks like he's actively guarding his little area, but that's it. Like he's purposely holding up his spear,
That's good.
but he doesn't look like he's attacking you. But he also looks like he's ready to pounce on you guys at any second, and he's getting ready for a full bludge attack. But he's not actually going in.
Hold on, that second part means that he may charge and attack us. So okay, so
He could. He looks like he's a Solarian, as you know, and he can like do things like supernova and black holes and all that stuff. So, as for now, you don't think anything's happening.
Well, guarding and preparing to attack are two different things. That's in fact they're exactly opposite.
Okay, then
things.
he's how about
what I
this
was
way.
checking
He's
on.
preparing. Okay, he's preparing his Solarian powers, which take a few rounds to charge up. But all he's doing is standing there with a guarded spear ready to hit anyone who seems to advance on him. But he's not done anything to yet.
Okay, so he is preparing to attack. I'm going to take one more round of trying to fool him and confuse him, and next round I'll be doing my other things against the boss because you guys are getting close. Okay, so great. My action is I say, Demon, you're not fooling any of us. We're going to actually save Tahomen from your clutches back in the temple because we know that you cast spells on him, just like the spells you're casting now. None of us are fooled by this. And bluff of 31.
Okay.
Damn.
Nice.
You recall earlier in the game when I mentioned to Steve, I will never fail a bluff test check for the remainder of this game.
Well,
You might have failed. We don't know. But anyhow, you're
DC
finding
30 at 4th level? Are you kidding?
he's not a 4th level.
out. It's not a 4th level. It has
Yeah.
nothing to do with
Yeah,
you.
4th level encounter. I'm saying.
Might
I
have
mean,
been a
this is-
DC 48.
Yeah.
For DC 48.
Yeah. But
Oh,
no,
that's
seriously,
fine.
that's
Yeah.
huge help.
DC 25 is hard at level 4. DC 30
Bob, what I
is a
think is
ridiculous-
going on, I think
Yeah.
he believes you, and
Yeah, I
he's
think
falling
he's
back
holding
to his
off, I know.
earlier programming of just guarding the temple. So,
And that's actually what I was thinking as well. which is what I
absolutely.
wanted to do.
That
Tuttle's
is
going to
great move.
double move up to the
Damn, Tuttle. You're
the communication console
Whoa.
and drop
He's on
prone there.
fire!
Okay, you dropped the horn behind.
Use it as cover. Well, no. Next turn, I want to like do an engineering check and see if is it giving commands to the elf? Is there some way we can use it? Is it
Cool.
And I guess I'll bring Cheddar up next to me.
Don't take that spot in the middle. I need that spot. Just saying. Go where you want. I need to do stuff. Wow, Cheddar just doesn't carry there. He's an animal, wild man.
Yeah, he is.
Roji's up.
Oh,
I will do my move. I will.
Wait. You're gonna have to go around the wall.
yeah.
I move 40, so I'm assuming I can do that.
That's 40.
Right. Oh, that's 40? No.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's okay. I can do my trick attack. Let's do that first. There.
23. Not enough.
Really?
Nope.
Gonna have to do it the honest way now.
It's 20 plus the DC, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Guess what? You ain't enough. Okay, attack. Static arc pistol. You pull that thing out.
Yes.
Oh my god, you hit.
And he
19.
didn't do minimum damage.
5 points of damage. Good job.
Wow. That's Hiroji we need to see.
Wow, good job, Hiroji.
All right. I would have done an extra D8 if I had actually got my thing, but
Okay. Maurice Dupinsky, Sally's fourth.
oh, and Rusty, hold off the elf.
Doing everything I can.
Can I move there?
Nope.
All right, then I will move here.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm going to whop him one with my pike.
Okay.
And I'm giving these guys, oh, it doesn't even matter. He's just going to move. You know what? I'm going to move forward one.
Okay.
And a regular attack with the pike. Rolls a 6 for a miss. 16 misses.
Wow, it's not good.
Bummer. All right, and I'm done.
Eleanor is just standing there at the ready, looking at you all, holding his spear, not doing anything. Tahomen. He looks at Mr. Mo and laughs.
He's always laughing at me.
Oh, how cute. You think you can get into my face? Please.
Okay, now I really want to kill this guy.
He's going to take a 5-foot step back.
Guarded step? They call it guarded step.
He will cast a spell. Yes, you can do your attack if you wish.
I will.
You can't do anything.
No, I can do something. I can make a skill check.
Yeah, that's all you can. Misses. Rolls a 17.
Another 7.
What spell?
Oh, you know what it is.
Is it that nasty shield horrible thing?
It's a magic. Magical.
Oh,
What's
one
it
you-
called?
It's good.
Yes.
Called Hurl Force Disc.
Nice. Tron.
It's
I call the Tron spell.
It's Mo for 28 for 14 points of damage. It ricochets off Mo.
Mo's done for. Cheddar's done for.
And hits his own cultist.
They're all dead.
There's no cult.
It hits his own equipment. It hits the wall.
And hits the cultist is the equipment's no, it only goes after the targets he wants it to go to. And then it ricochets off Cheddar, then ricochets to Tuttle.
Deflect it with your disc, Tuttle.
He does. It only rolled a 2.
Nice! Tuttle is the hero.
Hiding behind the tower.
And then it tries to hit Hiroji. And it misses.
Nice.
Oh.
Nice.
That is
nice.
so good.
Oops, I did that wrong.
The important thing is that it did not make it to Rusty at all. That's good.
And then it goes towards Rusty and
Damn it!
pants out and falls right in front of you. And it ran out of energy right before it was going to hit you.
Damn, I wish I knew how to cast spells.
So what actually this Force Disc, you know what this does. Hurl Force Disc, it creates a spinning disc of pure shimmering force, and you hurl it at your attack, at your opponent within range. And then it goes against your EAC. It does 3d6 points of damage. And then it ricochets 4 more creatures of your choice. But they can't be any more than 15 feet away from each other. And then each one is a separate attack. So Rusty's 20 feet away, so it couldn't get to him.
Oh, that's good to know. And
It tried, but
It's a Tron Disc of Death. It's awesome.
I like it. It's a good spell.
and now I'm going to get in clustered amongst all of you.
Rusty
because I need to see the guy
is
around the
up.
corner. Yeah, I need to see the guy around the corner because this round I'm going to try and make him flat-footed to the rest of you. 'Cause you're
Can't
all
you give me a get 'em? Like I want to get 'em. Don't you have that?
next round.
Alright.
The +2 I'm giving you to hit for his flat-footed. As of next level, I'll also give you a +1 to hit in addition to his -2 to armor class.
Mo is into meat damage. Look at that.
Yeah.
Okay, I shoot at the bad guy in order to actually make my my cutting feint attack.
Okay. You're shooting at him. Ooh. Look at that.
Wait, I
Rusty
actually
hits
shot for
20. Wait, do you hit? Because he does have cover. I forgot about that.
He gets a
21.
+1 for assisted shot.
Yeah, you barely hit.
That has to hit. Really?
No, barely. Barely. Barely hit.
Well, and I actually may make him flat-footed to my own attack. So let's see if I make my bluff.
Well, you're supposed to do that first.
Well, actually, it's as part of the attack. You're right. The order.
You
doesn't
make him
matter.
flat-footed in my
Right.
attack?
To everyone's attack this round. Hold on.
Oh, good.
I'm going to choose to re-roll that.
21.
Yeah, it's only a roll of a 6. I think I can do better.
I don't think you can. Bob.
Yeah, 29 bluff.
Oh. I wish you kept your 6. All right, you bluff
Uh,
him. You fake him out. You figure, I don't know. You zig when you should have zagged. All right, you're done.
He's flat-footed to everyone until my next turn.
Tuttle's up.
I hate to waste your buff or whatever, but Tuttle's going to take an engineering check or either engineering or computers on this console and see if it's anything interesting. Which one would be more appropriate?
Computers. 24 on your computer's check. Yeah, this actually is fascinating. I'll tell you in a sec.
I mean, most immediately, I'm wondering if maybe it helps control the elf guy and maybe we can hijack it. Though, if it did, he probably wouldn't abandon it so easily.
The system is massive, and it looks like it's only capable of being moved by several strong people. It's broken into smaller components, and it's completely disassembled. And you believe it's a communications unit of some sort. And even in this broken up state, you can probably boot it up and access it, but it's going to take a while.
Oh, but it's not active right now.
No, it's completely inactive. But
that's more what I was more curious if it was playing some sort of role in this combat.
It's not active. It's basically broken up into several pieces, and they brought it down. It was the two guys carrying the pieces, and and it has to be put together.
All right. So I guess that's all I get for this turn, and then I'm going to send Cheddar up to attack.
You should smack it.
What? I'm going to put him there. He's actually next to Cheddar. You attack. 8 for 14. You miss, even with the -2.
And +1. So it's a.
There's no +1. That's only for ranged attacks. That's for ranged attacks.
Ranged.
I'm gonna do my thing. I'm gonna move into range and right.
Okay.
I don't want any minuses for anything.
Well, do you have cover?
You're firing through 2 people.
You're firing through me.
It's hard to see where everyone is.
Okay, I'm going to move everyone to the left. There you go.
Oh, then you want to be down and to the left.
Right. That's good, right? No minuses.
Yeah, you can shoot.
Okay, so now you do get a +1 from me.
Okay, good. And I also want to do my trick attack. Let's do that first.
That's Mo's assisted shot.
And he's flat-footed to you from me. I want to make sure you know that my bonus is better than John's.
Yeah, it is.
It's 23. You miss again.
Did you get your bonuses in there?
You missed with a 20. Oh, stealth.
No, he doesn't.
Oh, that's not your attack. That's your stealth.
That was attack. That's a stealth. Stealth check 23 does not do it. You do not trick attack him.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You need to put more points in stealth. You don't have nearly.
No, I'm maxed out. Come on now.
I know.
I mean, I rolled a 9.
Yeah, you rolled a 9 and got a 23. We all know. Excellent. You hit.
You hit barely. You got a 14. Only with the minuses
What?
you managed to hit.
Nice.
A 14 hit?
Barely.
With
Cheddar
+1
hit.
from you, -2 from me.
Yeah.
It's basically
Oh,
17.
okay, because Cheddar's 14 missed. Okay.
Yeah, but I'm better than Cheddar.
Cheddar was hitting first with a melee weapon.
I'm not a robot. I'm a sentient
You
being.
are not better than Cheddar. Cheddar's the brains of this.
I would like Cheddar to recite the 3 laws because I don't know if he knows. Isaac Asimov added a 4th law, the 0 law. Do you know that?
The 0th
Full
law.
attack.
That's right. And I think Cheddar's following the 0th law, which is why he doesn't obey us.
I know. That's the problem.
This is a full attack, so there's minuses in there.
So you're doing a
It's a
full
minus-
attack?
Yeah, -2.
All right. 1 hit. And
Oh, yeah. This is our last and only hope. Metachlorines. Don't fall. Oh,
not even
so
fair. It's
I hit
too
22
easy.
twice, and boom, boom.
wow. I love Mo more than any of you.
Yeah.
Except for one small thing.
Okay.
First time you hit him.
Her.
That
Or
was
is it him?
It's
That's
him. His electric field around him goes off. Give me a reflex save, Mr. Mo.
Just Mo or the rest of us?
Just
I
Mo.
think Cheddar should
Just
roll this.
Mo.
Oh, he's dead. Damage.
A
Quit
6.
trying to get Cheddar killed. He didn't do anything to you.
It absorbs the damage and ricochets it back into you. And Mo takes 10 points of damage.
Wow.
as his dying breath.
Is that reflective shield? Is it
Could be something like that. You can give me a mysticism check.
mysticism check? All right, I will. I think I know that spell. I misplayed it
It's
before.
got to be a natural ability.
Hey, you giving me the check or what?
I'm working on it, dude. It's never easy.
I think there's a space paladin familiar with this.
A lot of skills.
All that, and you rolled a 5. You have no idea what it is. You blinked and you looked up and it was dead. You don't even know what happened.
Fellow.
Okay, Tahomen dies. His dying breath. He's like, it's too late. It's too late. And he dies.
Oh no, we were late.
Oh well, I give up. We've lost this entire campaign.
Wait, how about this guy that we still got?
Eleanor looks at you all. He like blinks his eyes as if something has snapped in his brain. And he looks at you all and sort of looks around. He looks bewildered, almost like he has no idea what's going on. And he puts down his weapon.
Rusty, go talk to this.
What do you
Oh.
Okay.
What is this weapon? Can I do a military observation on what it is? I think I knew what it was.
It's
but
a
yeah.
Solarian.
Solarian weapon.
Oh, no.
I move a little closer to him, but not closer than that, and I try to become his friend and say, don't you worry. We took care of that demon that was trying to confuse you, and we are your friends after all. And I will make a diplomacy check.
Meanwhile, Mo shouts out, "Stop him! He's getting into the temple!"
A 32 diplomacy on a natural 20 roll.
Wow.
Well, he hears Mo. Mo said he did.
No, he does
Yeah,
not.
no, Mo said he did it. So he looks at you and he has no idea what you're talking about because you don't speak Elvish, do you?
I've been speaking in common. You're right.
Exactly. So
Oh.
all this time, Rusty thought he was like this stuff. I hate to break it to you. It had no effect on him whatsoever.
Well,
That's
my
funny.
thought about that is, though, that the bad guy who was telling him to attack us was also talking in common. So I assume that he understood
Oh
it.
no, he was talking in Elvish. Sorry about that. But the whole thing
And yet I
was.
could understand him. I assume that meant common.
Oh, sorry, I should have said that. But
That's
it
the
doesn't
only
matter.
reason.
'cause he
Otherwise, I
failed
wondered
his
about the
check.
language thing. Oh, all right.
Well, he was saying it in Elvish. I forgot half of you can't speak Elvish, but the other half of you can't. It doesn't matter because he was
Intelligent to us,
he
Cat.
was
Well, we won the
failing-
fight. I'm not worried. But yeah.
he was failing his checks. You want to do it over again and see what happens.
Yes, I do. From the
Okay.
beginning, this
Perhaps
time I want
I
to get
can
us all
translate
killed.
for you.
There you go.
He doesn't understand, but he looks at you and then he brings his weapon back up. Looks like he's
My kind and friendly overtures and my open-armed appearance should actually still help the diplomacy check. And
Oh,
if,
it definitely helps. He's not killing you. He's just bringing his weapon up.
and if Hiroji is also willing to translate, as he said, that would also help. Okay, my turn ended there, acting peaceably. When it gets to Hiroji's turn, we'll see what happens.
All right, Tuttle's going to go over near Rusty, and since he does speak Elvish,
Perfect.
he's going to say, "Guardian, we mean you no harm. We are just trying to understand the mysteries of this temple,
See, I think Tuttle should roll a bluff check.
and believe you have been under sort of a malign influence.
That you can say, sure. Now you can do a diplomacy check.
I am not a natural diplomat, but I'll give it a shot." Okay, yeah, he didn't like the
He's just holding his spear up.
blank stare. Pretty much.
Is Hiroji going to try anything?
Why is the rat talking to me? He says it Elvish.
Back over here. I go back over here and retrieve my sniper rifle and reload it.
Okay. What was that?
This is diplomacy, so Mo had better stay out of this. I'm actually going to this hilltop area. I remember it was nearby. Is that true?
The hill? What hilltop? What are you talking about?
The place where they came down this trail.
Yeah, it's like 1,000 feet up in the air. It'll take you a few hours to climb up it.
Oh, I thought it was nearby. Okay. So that's heck. He's gonna hop up on the comms unit.
You're going to stand. All right, go right ahead. You stand on the comm.
No, he's gonna sit down on it and dangle his feet off of it and See what, and he's gonna watch what happens.
Eleanor is looking at all of you pensively, and otherwise, he just says in ancient Elvish, and says, "Halt, fell warriors. What do you wish of the temple? My mind has been muddled and do not remember much, and I see you have fought a big fight. Do not bring your weapons and violence here, as this is a sacred place." We can get out of rounds, so you can do what you're gonna do.
Oh, okay.
Hey everyone, Steve here. So there we go. They managed to defeat the big bad of Book 2. Now all they need to know is what the heck is going on here. They managed to kill the bad guy, but now they need to know what's going on with the story. But you'll find out all about that next week, and then the boys are going to prepare for Book 3. And I will tell you, level 5 is a big jump from level 4 to level 5. It is significant. They change quite a bit. And something else is these adventure paths, one thing I like about them, especially Dead Sons, is that the books are often very different from one another. And this adventure path, the books are significantly different. So book 3 goes in a really different direction. For instance, book 1 was kind of like this intro space horror. Book 2 was sort of a crime noir, and then they went on this big jungle adventure. And book 3 is something completely different. And I think they're going to shine quite a bit in book 3 because it gets really wonky. So as I said, I'm going to be doing a part 2 of my PC GM tip. This week is what PCs should do to prepare for a game. Now, once again, this tip I'm going to give to you is from the point of view of a GM. So what I'm basically asking you is what I expect my PCs to have ready whenever they play with me. Now, this first one might seem really silly, but believe it or not, it comes up more often than not. This is a big one. Are you ready? If you're a PC, you should have all your numbers calculated ahead of time. For example, all your attacks, they should all be written down on your sheet. All your saves should be written down on your sheet. All your spell DCs should be written down on your sheet. Now, I'm sure about 95% of you are saying, of course I have this written down on my sheet. Who doesn't? You'd be amazed how many times people don't have these things written down on their sheet, and then we have to spend time figuring out and calculating what a PC's attack will be. That is completely 100% unacceptable. You should have all your attacks written down, you should have them all figured out, and more importantly, even if you have weapons that you just don't use that often, they should still be listed on your sheet. Now, if you're using something like Hero Lab or some other online tool, all you need to do is add your weapons and it'll automatically calculate all of them. But I've seen many times that people will put in like 1 or 2 weapons, even though they have like 10 weapons, and then they just say, oh, I'll figure it out from my main weapon what the secondary weapons do. And sure enough, they want to do the secondary weapon, but something's wrong with the math, and then they got to figure it out, and before you know it, it completely kills the momentum. So if you're a PC, you need to have everything written down. Next up is spells. Again, if you're a PC and if you have spells, you need to know what they do. I cannot emphasize this enough. I've played with so many people that have spellcasters, and then they have to look up what the spells do. Again, it is unacceptable if you are playing your character and you don't have a list of everything that it does. Now, maybe you have to look it up, fine. Then at least put the page number next to the spell so you can look it up quickly. But it is, again, completely unacceptable if you slow down the game because you don't know what your PC does. I have a very simple rule whenever people play with me. You need to know every single thing your character does. As a GM, I have to know a million things. I have to know how all the monsters work. I have to know all their special abilities. I have to map out the dungeon. I have to know the story. There's about 1 trillion things I need to do. As a PC, you need to know one thing perfectly, and that is your character. And if you're not going to spend the time to write down exactly what your character does and know every aspect of your character, including all of your attacks, all your spells and all your special abilities, then you should not be running that character. Now, I've seen this happen before. This even happened to us. When John was playing a wizard, he wasn't really into the wizard and he didn't understand how all the spells worked. So he would often have to ask us and look things up. And this is one of the first times he played a wizard. This was a while ago. Now, if you notice, he likes to play fighters just because he likes to fight, and it's a lot easier and quicker for him. He doesn't have to carry around pages and pages of notes. And that is also something else, is that as a PC, you should be playing what you're comfortable with. If you don't really like playing a wizard, and if the rest of the team sort of bombarded you and asked you to play the wizard, or maybe they asked you to play the healer, and you didn't really want to play the healer, I've seen players come in and just not really prepare because they're not into playing that character. So they just don't really look things up, they don't really come with the spells, they don't really come with special abilities, and then they drag down the game because they're just not into it. If you're not going to play a character that you don't want to play, then don't play that character. I can very easily tell if you're into your character or not, and it brings down the whole game. And quite frankly, it makes me as a GM kind of uncomfortable if you're playing a game that you really don't want to be in, and you're just there to sort of help out everyone else, but you're not having fun. So, in summary, it's not really a very long tip. First, you need to come with your character and everything written out. Second, I would strongly suggest that you use a program like Hero Lab, or there's a million free tools out there. There's Excel spreadsheets, there's PC Gen, there's a whole bunch out there that will automatically calculate everything your character does. Third is if you have special abilities, or if you're a spellcaster, you gotta bring your spells with you. And if you don't want to print out a million pages, especially if you have a high level character, then the very bare minimum is you need to have notes on your spells where you can look up the spell quickly and easily so we can all reference it. And fourth, you should be playing a character that you want to play. If you're not playing a character, it's going to bring down the party, it's going to bring down the fun at the table, it's going to bring down the GM because they're going to tell you're not really into it. And you know what? Trust me, we can tell if you're just sort of there and you got bullied into being the party healer and you don't really want to do it. You know, in that case, just play a different character. Seriously, it's just going to make a lot more fun for everyone else. And if you need someone else, have someone else be the party healer, have someone else be the tank, have someone else be the spellcaster. You should play what you want to play. If you notice, our party, we don't have any spellcasters or healers. You know why? Because no one wanted to play it. And I didn't force anyone. So that's the way we play. And they managed to somehow get by with a little bit of help from Paizo and me, but they're doing okay. They still haven't completely died. Well, kind of Rusty did die once, sort of, but you know, there's a price to be paid for that. But anyhow, there we go. That's my general tips for being a PC. So as I said in the beginning of the show, we got a lot coming up. So even though this is a Starfinder podcast, I do want to cover the Pathfinder playtest just because, well, we like Pathfinder and a lot of people seem to be very interested in it. And there's no rule that you can't play both. I mean, obviously we're a Paizo-centric podcast where we're going to be talking about both Starfinder and Pathfinder. And if you go to the Discord channel, which is just discord.rollforcombat.com, we have signed up and are started quite a bit of Pathfinder playtest games. As of now, there's 5 tables, and I'm sure there's going to be more by the end of the week. So do check that out if you want to play. We also still play Starfinder Society quite a bit. Also, if you just want to talk about the Pathfinder playtest or Starfinder in general, there's a ton of chat going on right now because people are really into it. So check that out. Also coming up, I have a lot of things in the can. Too much, so much, I'm going to have to edit it all. But I'll try to get it up on a consistent basis on the podcast. Again, I have a really long interview with people at Paizo about the Pathfinder playtest and what to expect over the next months. I also have a nice long interview about Starfinder and also what to expect from Starfinder in the next couple of months. I have a great game where we played Starfinder Society with 2 great people from Paizo. I have us playing the Pathfinder playtest, which of course I got to get up because I'm sure everyone wants to hear that one. And then, oh yeah, we're still playing Dead Sons. Oh, and we're going to be playing new stuff all the time. So just stay on the website and listen to the podcast and you'll be able to catch it all. So a few bookkeeping things. Do check us out on iTunes and Android. There's a new podcast every Tuesday. For the other shows, those will be coming out sometime during the week. I'm not exactly sure. I got to start editing them. Also, make sure you check out Jason's Talking Combat every Thursday, where he does a recap of each episode. As I said before, if you check out the Discord channel, we got a ton going on there right now. That's discord.rollforcombat.com. Also, do check out the No Direction podcast. We're going to be sponsoring all the talks from Gen Con from Paizo on the No Direction podcast. They're going to be posting them all in the next couple of weeks. You can listen to all the talks from Paizo. Also, don't forget, check out our Twitter, Facebook, YouTube page. Check out our Reddit channel. Check out our Patreon. And do make sure you listen to our review of the Pathfinder playtest. We have a 1-hour roundtable discussion, as well as a awesome written review by Jason. Oh yeah, and don't forget Armory. That has kind of fallen through the cracks because Armory came out too, and that is awesome. I'm hoping we're going to do a podcast review of Armory in the near future as well. Okay, it's getting late. I got to get this thing out. So I will talk to you and see you next week.
You've been listening to Roll for Combat, a Starfinder actual play podcast. If you have a question or comment for the show, please visit us at rollforcombat.com or drop us a line at contact@rollforcombat.com. You can also find us on Twitter, Facebook, Discord, and other social media platforms. You've been listening to Roll for Combat. Until next week, always remember, being dead is no excuse for laying off adventuring.